know. I don't know how to take the light from here. It's not normally there, but it's there tonight, y'all. Okay. So, hello, hello, hello. I know I'm not late. I'm right on time. Hey. Okay. Hello, 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 guys. Okay, so guys, I am on here to tell you guys a secret. Okay, I'm here to tell you guys a secret ritual, kinda, right? That is actually happening right now, and I kind of just want everybody to, know about it. It is a worshiping. It happens twice a year, all right? It is the worshiping of the Divine Mother, and it is called Gupt Navratri, right? And we actually have a lot of, not a lot, we have 4 Navratris, right? We have 4. 2 of them are done in secret, right? 2 of them are done in secret. And when I say done in secret, that means that there is not like a big celebration that's happening outside. And when you're also doing this, you don't really let anybody know that you're doing it, right? Like anybody that is outside of your immediate family, or those that do it, right? You don't let them really know. There are things that we avoid, that we during this time. It is a 9-night special that will actually, it's a 9-night protection, love you babe, special that we do during this time to, well, you know what? I'm going to give you the secret. So I was trying to figure out why my energy was so strong on me, right? Like she here all the time. It's always here, always abundant. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I am Intuitive Mom. Okay. Make sure you guys like the video or whatnot. It helps out the channel. All right. And welcome to Jupiter Occult, where everybody is accepted. This is the healing temple. This is the healing garden. All right. You guys don't come on here irritating me, because I will block you. Okay. No, you're not. So, so yeah, don't do that. All right. But anywho, so I do have some notes for you guys, and I took some actual notes. So I'm going to give you the mantras. I'm going to give you a little bit about the Mahavidyas. Okay. There are 10 wisdom goddesses that assist with, and I don't even really like to chunk them up as goddesses, because it's just like 10 wisdoms. I want to say 10 wisdoms that really assist us with things happening in our life. I'm actually looking for a particular notebook. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm not going to take too much time on this. Now, this is from January the 19th. This is from January the 19th until January the 27th. Okay. I'm ready to go back with a movie. So Bagalamukhi is the 8th wisdom goddess, so I know my ears just started ringing. Okay, there we go. So you are going to be doing these mantras 27 times, okay? You're going to be doing them 27 times. So you don't have to do the full mala of 108 beads. You're going to do each person's mantra 27 times, not all in one sitting. Each day represents a different wisdom goddess, all right? Each day represents a different wisdom goddess. And so, of course, we start with Ma Kali, right? Of course, we start with Ma Kali. But before we start with Ma Kali, let me just kind of give you the information, right? I'm going to give you the information on the wisdom goddess. And we're going to touch on them again, of course, because they just been coming up. I just was talking about Maha Kali, which is the wisdom goddesses. I was correcting a season, not correcting. That's not what I do. I don't correct. I was teaching about Maha Kali and how people have demonized her. And it just kind of teaches fear. So this particular ritual is a protection ritual. Y'all, let's take this hat off, okay? This is a protection with ritual that kind of removes the fear, okay? That kind of it does remove the fear. But I tell you guys, every time you remove something, something has to be placed back in there, right? I can hear so much better now. All right, so let me go ahead and get my notes open. So this is called the Gupt Navratri. All right. So on doing this, right, I do want to let y'all know that every day you are going to ask for any forgiveness. You're going to ask for forgiveness for any mistakes that you have made during your ritual, during your prayers. Maybe it might be mispronunciation of the mantra. Mom accepts all. And then we end with Mataji, which is the tantric goddess of Saraswati. She will help you with your speech, okay? But everything isn't going to be perfect. But this kind of just teaches you to humble yourself a little bit, right? By asking for forgiveness for any errors that you may make, all right? So, yeah, this is why I'm not afraid of anybody judging me, because I am who I am talking about this. This is open for everyone. It is open for everyone. The Divine Mother accepts all, every last single one of us. And so I know that people are very protective of their religion, their spiritual practices, their teaching, and all of that other good stuff. And that's fine. I'm very protective of mine as well too. Their pantheon or whatever the case is, right? But going through this journey so many times with the Divine Mother, I just come to realize that, like, you know, everybody goes back to God. We all go back to God. There's no judging or anything like that. And Sri Sai actually taught me that. Like, nobody knew whether he was Muslim or whether he was Buddhism, whether he was, you know, who he is or what he is. He just teach about the word, you know. And then also Mother Mirror teaches me that as well too. So it's very liberating. All right, it's very liberating to not judge others and not to look at anybody as if, like, well, this Christianity belongs to me and this, and that. I don't let anybody put their thoughts and beliefs off on me. And I really know that Mataji taught me that. Like, your thoughts and your beliefs is your thoughts and your beliefs, or whatever the case is. And I cannot judge you for that. I don't even, when you come over here with that, I don't even, we all going to God. You know, Krishna is Jesus. Jesus is Krishna, Buddha, and all of that other good stuff. Sri Sai, when you look at him, you don't know if he's Shiva or Krishna. You know, they're all the same. They are all the same. So when people come over here with their Jesus juice, baby, I will drink it up because I be thirsty. I will drink it up, okay? And that's kind of just what the Matangi, yeah, it is Matangi that helped me with that. It absolutely is, okay? But it is, because Matangi actually, she said, give me some, okay? Here you go, right? Give me some. That's exactly how give it to me. Give it to me. Okay, but Matangi actually teaches us that we've been rejected as well too. We have been those Jesus Jews people in other lifetimes. This lifetime, had not wanted to expand our knowledge, right, with the Divine Mother, we will still be soaking in a certain type of pantheon only. I welcome it all, right? So anyway, so actually give me 1 second because I actually want to text someone the live. I don't want them to miss it. Definitely did not text the right person. I always do that. I know whoever has that telephone number, they probably like, girl, erase this number. Okay, so the Mahavidyas represent the conscious functioning on different levels of the universe. All right, um, it is medicine for the soul. Okay, it is medicine for the soul. From what I wrote in my journal, I'm actually gonna. I did get my. So the group Navratri is not the public Durga Puja vibe that everybody is loud and dressing up and posting plates and celebrating online. This is more of a journal. And group UPT actually means secret because the spiritual work is quiet, it is discipline, it is devotional, it is transformational. Okay. Thanks for my beads. You welcome. You welcome. You welcome. And often done privately or even mentally, right? Um. So it is dedicated to Mahavidya of the divine and the cosmic power. She represents creation, protection, destruction of illusion, liberation, and the ultimate knowledge. Okay, these are more tantric than not, right? I have that plugged up, but it is not charging. And why is it not charging? Give me 1 second. Why is this not charging? Probably because me and my husband was sitting here having a debate about who charger this actually belonged to, so he probably gave me the broke down one. Let me change the cord and let's just see. Baby, that just said 5%. Like what? Oh, you know what? Let me just plug it directly into the. This cord is long enough. still not charging. Interesting. Babe!
Yeah.
Man, why the charger not charging?
I don't know. That's the same charger.
Did he charge the camera?
Yeah. In my laptop.
So why is it not charging my
I don't
iPad?
know. You just asked me that. I don't know.
He gave me the broke one. Oh, I ain't have it plugged in. It's working. And don't be yelling at me.
What?
It's working. It wasn't plugged all the way in. It's not that hot yet. Okay, all right, clear. All right, so all right, this is what it helps with, right? Worshiping during this time supports spiritual. Ooh, my hands is itching. Let me get some money. Okay. Worshiping during this time supports spiritual awakening, emotional stability, cosmic cleansing, fear removal, strength, protection, and for advanced people that, you know, just kind of just like separates themselves from all of the extraness. It actually supports liberation, right? Now I ain't gonna get into it, but liberation, okay? This is not like a manifestation ritual. It is more so of, it's not a manifestation ritual, y'all. It's not a manifestation ritual. It is more so of a clearing. Now, things happen fast. This is 9 nights. These are it's like wisdom full speed. They happen fast. It happens fast. I'll tell you guys about it, and then I will give you a little, like clue, because when I first had done this experience, right? I did not have a supportive person that I could, when I'm saying like a supportive teacher that I could talk to. And I don't want to say supportive, but I mean more like, someone that while I'm going through these things and things are happening fast, I did not have anybody to like talk to except the Divine Mother. I mean, in my family, we were going through it as well too, because of course we were doing it all at the same time as well. So, we talked and things happen, and it's just like, did that just happen? Did it just clear that quick? Did the time just move this fast? And it actually does. All right. So it is a lot of clearing of karma. So yeah, just keep that in your mind's eye. However, so let me tell you the backstory of this, the original story, right? So Sati, which is, she said, I'm excited, okay? So Sati was married to Lord Shiva, right? Sati is the first wife of Lord Shiva, with the first incarnation of Lord Shiva's wife, right? Onto this earth. And she wanted to go to her father's puja, right? It was like a ritual that her father was having, and he had invited a whole bunch of people, and she wanted to go. However, her and Lord Shiva was not invited. And the thing about Lord Shiva is he does not come anywhere where he is not invited, right? And that includes into your home. If he's not invited there, he does not come, okay? This is what Lord Shiva teaches us, that if you do not invite the deity into your house, they do not come. They don't come. It don't matter if you say, well, I am such and such child and they are this and this and this. You have to do the proper invoking of the divine, like the intervention. You have to do it properly. Like you can, you say, God, forgive me for some of the mistakes that I have made, not some. Forgive me for the mistakes that I have made during this ritual, during this invocation, during this sadhana, however you talk to God, right? But you have to invite God into your house, okay? You have to. If you don't, you don't. You know, you have to invite the angels into your house as well too. That's another thing too that I really want to like get across to y'all. And be careful, don't call too many spirits up into your house. You don't need all that big powerful energy in there and then you ain't doing the work. And people in your house ain't doing the work as well either, right? So, anywho, so Sati wanted to go to her father's house, and Shiva was like, "No, we're not going because, um, you know, Dashka's her father had disrespected Shiva a lot and said that we are not going where, and so Shiva said, I'm not going where my name is dishonored at. Okay. Y'all know that feeling, y'all know that energy, right? But Sati refused to shrink herself. And in that moment, Shiva says that, oh, wait a second. Because what she does is she says, I'm Shati. I'm Shati, not Sati, Sati. I am Shati. I am everything. I can go where I want to fucking go. You got me messed up, right? And so she was like, Shati is authority. She says everything, you know? And so she steps in front of Shiva and she expands herself to these 10 beautiful goddesses, wisdom goddesses, and she shows Lord Shiva exactly who she is, right? And one of her aspects, all right, one of her aspects is actually the womb of the universe. So she made space, right, as a mother, but she's the mother. She made space for creation where creation was not even where creation has not even exist yet. So she puts all of this energy in front of Lord Shiva and she says, I can go where? So he says, you know what? You can go ahead and go. And every direction that he turned, because he tried to avoid her, but every direction that he turned, there was a wisdom goddess. Every single direction. And so it ended up being 10 directions, right? Every direction. So that means that every direction that we go in life, there is a wisdom goddess there to assist us through liberation, through all of our fears, all of our illusions, all of our creations, all of our births and deaths. There is a wisdom goddess there in everything that we experience, right? And so this particular energy that we are going to talk about, these energies that we are going to talk about tonight, there is going to be a goddess that you adhere more to than others, okay? But you have to do all of them. You have to do all of them, all right? If you do not do all of them, there are particular ones that you really need to make sure that you do. There's three particular nights that you have to make sure that you tap in at, right? Now, if you cannot do their mantras, I don't know. I at the end of the day, you say, you know, God forgive me for, you know, any errors that and I'm gonna keep repeating this because I just want y'all to hear it, you know, like humble yourself, right? Humble yourself. Ask for forgiveness, all right? So you say, you know, Mom, forgive me for any errors that I may have made during this during these mantras, you know, during this ritual. Please forgive me for any errors, right? But but if you're like, I don't even want to try, right? You at least need to be doing Kali's mantra. If not Kali's, Bagalamukis. If not Bagalamukis, Kali's. Okay? You at least need to be doing Kali's mantra. I do recommend that for the next 9 nights that when you are doing the other mantras, you also do Kali's during the day first or when I absolutely recommend that. All right. Now there are some key rules and discipline before I tap into like each goddess. All right. Now there are things that you you need to avoid while you are doing this. All right. Sacrifices, hard work and sacrifices. Okay. Patience. These are things that you really, really, really need to avoid. Okay. Meat. 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 You need to avoid meat. All right. You need to avoid alcohol. Okay. Meat, alcohol, drugs. All right. If y'all do drugs, stop it. Stop it right now. Okay. At least for the next 9 nights. All right. Um, this will show you too if you a drug addict. This will show you if you're an alcoholic. This will show you if you have some type of addiction to food or whatnot. These 9 nights will show you. You're gonna say, "Oh, I'm hungry. Oh my God, I got a headache. Oh my God, my friend is having a birthday celebration. My husband's birthday is Monday, y'all, and this doesn't end until Tuesday." And I told him that. Okay, I told him that. I was like, your birthday is Monday, and I told him, I said, get your little cool cup in or whatever it is, right? He was like, no, I don't drink it like that. He was like, I just drunk that because it was in the refrigerator, but he was like, I ain't drinking, you know. So I'm just telling y'all, it's gonna show you if you got a problem. It does. It exposes all of that. And I'm gonna tell y'all which goddess that is that exposes that shit. Besides Calimán. Calimán exposed everything, everybody. Everything and everybody. Mon Kali gonna call it out. Let me tell you something. You start doing Cali mantras, you gonna be like, I thought that was my best friend. I thought we was cool. I thought my mama loved me. Anyway, so my ear just ringing. Okay, meat, alcohol, onions, plus garlic. Okay, Tamasic food. Okay, so what is Tamasic food? All right, these are things that heat up your body. I will have a problem with this, but I'm not gonna have a problem with it. I'm gonna just go ahead and just be like, all right, it's cool. Y'all see my mouth? Hot pepper sauce. Okay? Those are things that like those things, right? However, the other goddesses during this time are not as fiery. They do not compete with Kali, right? They do not compete with Kali. But even Matangi, right? Even Matangi, which is the tantric goddess of Saraswati, she takes leftover food, right? She likes stale food. She likes, I don't know if she likes spicy, but I do know that one of the goddesses like chili peppers. So whenever I'm doing their mantra or I'm calling in their energy and I'm moving and gracefully, baby, hot sauce be on everything. Yeah, no, not during this time, okay? Recreational tobacco or anything that is plant recreation. If you are using it as recreation, like you need your smoke blends or whatever, no, not during this time. Okay. What is encouraged? Fruit, milk, yogurt, buttermilk. Y'all can have some buttermilk cornbread. Okay. Nuts, root vegetables, anything that grows on the ground would be really great during this time, like potatoes or sweet potatoes, really good, right? Really simple, light meals, okay? Because your body is going, I'm telling y'all, like the things that you experience. Remember I said that one of the goddesses is literally the womb of the universe. She made space. Astral traveling is very likely during this time, right? And not like astral traveling to, that enemy's house or to that person's house. This is like astral traveling beyond space and time. This is the time where the Divine Mother actually comes into your house, and you have this moment with her, and she's like, come ride with me. You don't have to say too much. That's not the words, but yeah, that song is like what starts playing in my head. Like when she comes, it's like she takes you by the hand and she takes you to see your life. Look, she takes you to see your life. All right, come back, y'all. Come back. Make sure y'all come back. All right. Conduct spiritual etiquettes, right? Etiquettes, all right? Make sure you are not lying during this time. Avoid lying. Even if it hurts the other person's feelings, you be like, I just don't want to say nothing or whatever the case is. Um, my this is why I love Matanji. Like she just like Matanji and Balamuki. I know people can tell like those are my goddesses because I don't like lying. I don't lie. I'm very straightforward. Like even when I want to like not hurt the person, quote unquote, not hurt the person feeling, it's like mine just be like, I really call a spade a spade. And I don't do it to call somebody out, but I am, God used me as a vessel. Okay, use me as a vessel, and so I just be like, you know what? I can't even hold this back no more. And it's not even like ugliness. So you want to avoid gossiping. You want to avoid like ugliness, right? And as a spiritualist that is online, y'all, as a spiritualist that is online, I really, 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 really recommend this to y'all. I don't get paid from YouTube, right? So my little spiritualists that are going to come, y'all going to watch my video. I know y'all going to, take parts of it and, get down. You're going to get downloads from this talk that we're having right now, right? I'm even had a download. As I was doing this, I even had a download about something else going on, right? And you guys you're going to get messages. It is so important to use discernment. It's so important to use discernment. You don't have to give all of the messages that come to you. Who do you work for? You work for yourself. You work for yourself, okay? Maintain, do not do any harm towards elders, women, or children at this moment. Elders, women, or children. I know my man is probably like, but what about us? Okay, chill. All right, don't tempt us. But elders, women, and children. So that also includes like talking about them. Some people do like I think it's called, I don't know if it's called spiritual bypassing is kind of what just came to my mind. It's like as a person that delivers a message and then that person goes and get angry and does something to somebody else, you might as well have did it yourself, right? So if you have any parts in anything towards the elders, the children, or the women at this moment, you're going against this ritual that you're going to be asking for the good shit from the ritual, and then you're going to be getting a return to sender, right? Avoid laziness, oversleeping as a lifestyle. Okay, you should just avoid that anyway. Maintain cleanliness, a clean home and body. Maintain a clean home and body, right? So you want to make sure that you're taking a shower every day, right? You want to make sure that you're taking a shower every day. You want to make sure that you are, this stuff people should be disciplined anyway. Absolutely, but it is what it is. Life is life, right? You want to make sure that you are maintaining a clean home and body, especially around your altar, right? Don't put a lot of clutter. I can actually see that my husband put a roll of tissue in front of our altar, and I'm just like, why? The closet is right there. Why would you do that? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Just clean that up. That's crazy. So anyway, avoid clutter around the altar. Okay. No harmful intentions, hexing, or crazy rituals during this time. Okay. No harmful intentions, hexing, or rituals during this time. All right. Household devotees should worship simply, very simply, and very pure, right? Harmful or dangerous worship is discouraged, okay? All right. Now, traditional rules to observe during this time is avoid cutting your hair, your beard, your nails, okay? Avoid cutting your hair, your beard, and your nails, all right? If fasting, keep it clean and keep it consistent. All right. Do not be like, well, all right, like I said, my husband's birthday is on Monday. He will totally mess it up if on Monday he say, you know what, I'm gonna have me a freaking steak. It's my birthday. I'm gonna have me a steak. You might as well just have not fasted all them other days. You just throw it all out the window. You get what I'm saying? That's not a mistake. That's intentional. So you know what's intentional. I'm telling you, you saying I'm going to do it. Now, let's say that this starts, it does start on the 19th, right? Let's say this starts on the 19th. And you say, well, on the 19th, I'm going to eat me some bacon, right? I'm going to eat me some bacon on the 19th, and I'm going to just start my ritual. I'm going to start my fast on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday, right? I'm not ready to do it. You might as well just not fast. You might as well just not fast. Those are intentional disobedience. Intentional disobedience, all right? If you want it, you can do it. It is available to you, okay? Nobody ever died by surviving on water. But I'm not saying survive on water. But stop playing with me, okay? Stop playing with me. All right? Eat some rice. Eat some potatoes, okay? Another thing is no black clothing. No black clothing. I'm finna go make me a sausage sandwich right now. I can do this before midnight. You be pushing it. Why would you eat a sausage sandwich before bed, though? Why would you do that? It's 10:30 where you at. It's too late to be eating meat anyway. So, no black clothing. All right. Preferably red, maroon, discipline, white or pink, right? You can do blue, but make sure it's like a lighter blue, not really like a dark blue, like closer to midnight or whatnot. I'm talking about closer to midnight, closer to like dark blue. Is nothing else in your house? I mean, if you're about to eat a sausage sandwich, you could just eat the bread. So make sure it is a clean red shirt. And again, avoid black. All right? Avoid black. You be like, I don't have nothing but black, go naked. All right? You're doing this in private anyway. So, all right? So, what you will need, right? Clear? What you would need. All right? So, you need a white tea light candle or a dia. Okay? A white tea light candle or a dia. For each night, you're just going to light one. All right? You can light 3 if you feel called to do it. But you can just light one. Right? You can light it with ghee. You can light it with ghee, or you can light it with sesame oil, okay? You can offer, these are things that you can offer, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary. This is just if you want to go beyond, right? You can offer a red flower for Makali, right? Or any other flower is perfectly fine. You do need a small cup of water. I got the hiccup sound. You need a small cup of water, right? You need a small cup of water. Incense is optional. If you do use an incense, use something light like sandalwood or lotus or roses. Something light, okay? Something good and light. Smelling good and light, okay? A small plate of food, like an offering. It could be milk, it could be bread, it could be fruit, it could be honey, it could be jaggery. You can also offer like turmeric. Balamuki loves turmeric, so you can offer turmeric. You can, once you get to Matangi, that particular night is also worship with Kamala. So that is the last night. You can actually offer the leftovers for your from your food. Okay, whatever you have on the last night for dinner, you can actually offer that to Matangi. Now, the direction that you face. Now, everybody has a compass on their phone, right? I think so. But I think the sun rises in the east and it sets in the west, right? The sun rises in the east and it sets in the west. I meant to say compass. Okay. So I'm actually facing east right now. right? I already knew that too. I'm facing east. My altars are all in the east. So the east is actually the best direction. Um, Yeah, facing east is best to eliminate illusions, okay? If you can't face east, face north, okay? That is for spiritual growth, y'all. Facing north during meditation or mantras, it actually helps your spiritual growth, okay? Um I do not recommend sleeping like I don't know. I ain't gonna say it. All right, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. Okay. Now the best time to do this, is before sunrise, right? So between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. Okay, between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. or after sunset, which is quiet hours, which is 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. You just really, if you can't squeeze it in between those times, right? I do recommend you like actually disciplining yourself and waking up 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Best times ever to do this, right? The experience is something completely, I don't know, it's different. It's not different because you're still gonna have the experience, but just waking up in the morning and doing it with my family, it was something that like it kind of helped our day. It really did. It helped our day, and plus, I'm talking to my kids about like what it is. So this is actually like one of those wishing times where you. I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Right. I'll get to the wishing part. Right. Good. Like I said, this is not a manifestation thing. This is a wish, but it's not a manifestation. It is a wish. No. All right. And so if you can't do it between those times, do it before midnight. Do it before midnight. Before midnight is just not a good time to be praying and chanting and doing all that stuff. Right? It's just not a good time unless you're doing Kali mantras and you're fighting spiritual warfare, okay? That is more so for like advanced practitioners and stuff, right? Really advanced practitioners. I'm not talking about like, I don't know how to explain advanced practitioners, but if you do some mantras, do not be doing Kali mantras past midnight, all right? You can listen to them, you can hear them, but chill, all right? Now, cleanse your space, wash your face and your hands first thing in the morning. When you get up, don't just roll out of your bed and be like, oh, okay, oh, I have to do this. I'm about to do this mantra. Yeah, come on, left. No, wash your face and your hands and wake yourself up, okay? If not, do not blame me when you late for work. All right? Do not blame me when you go your behind back to sleep and then you be somewhere else and it be hard to come back down. All right? And then next thing you know, you done slept through all 5 of your alarms, y'all. Look at my alarms. I do not play. Look at my alarms. Okay? Last alarm go off at 9:15. It's time for me to go to work and I'll be snoozing that. That's the one that gets snoozed the most. Okay? But anyway, cleanse your space or whatnot. You can burn Palo Santos. You can, light your incense, wash your face, light your incense, light your dia, and then offer the water. Okay? Now, when you offer the water, right, you do 3 drops of water to your altar. 3 drops of water to your altar. And then, you say this like, Mom, this is for you. Right? And then this is the invocation. Each day, this is the invocation. All right? Divine Mother, in her 10 secret forms, I welcome you into my life. Remove illusion, remove fear, remove karmic blockages, awaken my inner power with purity and grace. Jama. Okay? Let's go ahead and put that there. Let's see if we can get it onto the live correctly. Let's see if we can get it onto the live correctly. Okay, there we go. It gave it the way it gave it. It's alright. Okay. So, there's no spaces in there, but y'all get it. It's periods. Okay? Period. So you are going to say, Divine Mother, in her 10 secret forms, I welcome you into my life. Remove illusion, remove fear, remove karmic blockages, awaken my inner power with purity and grace. Jama, right? Now, then you are going to chant the mantras, right? After you chant the mantras, that is when you make your offering. Whatever you have, whether it be a flower, whether it be food or whatnot, that's when you make the offering. If you are offering the flower, touch it to your forehead, then place it before, before up on the altar. Now, this is what I recommend. This is what I recommend if you do not have a picture or a idol of the Divine Mother in all of her forms. On my community tab, I am going to post her picture, right? I am going to post their picture. And I want y'all to take a screenshot and save it to your phone, right? Save it to your phone. Write down the night before. This is discipline, y'all. Write down. I mean, if you really want it, you're going to go get it any way it is, right? You have to do the work. You want to show up, you have to do the work. Don't be searching through your phone like, well, let me go to her live real quick and see how she pronounced this. Actually do the homework beforehand, okay? So if you really want this, show up for yourself. Show up for yourself. I mean, you can take the long way or the easy way. I'd rather do it for the easy way, right? Hi, Lori. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so happy you are here. Okay? I'd rather do it the easy way. So I am going to post a picture, a photo of 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? So each day I am going to post a photo. Now you can go on the internet and you can look it up. You can be like, okay, I'm about to give y'all the total. I'm talking about the total. I'm about to give y'all the whole names and whatnot. So you can do your research beforehand. But I'm actually going to pre-schedule these to post first thing, like tonight. I'm going to post the first one. And then I'm going to have it scheduled to post the second one tomorrow. During the day. So I'm gonna make sure, okay? You're cooking. She said I'm cooking, so I'm late to the party. Like that, okay? Okay, congratulations on the cooking. Let it cook. Okay? So, I'm going to post them. So this is 1 second, y'all. All right. So I'm going to already have them scheduled to post, okay? So, now you are going to, I would, why can't you have a sandwich? She said, I can't have a sandwich and you are cooking. Neither one of y'all should be eating it. I didn't say you couldn't have a sandwich. I just asked you a question. It was just a question. Discipline. Okay, so So after you chant the mantra, you are going to offer a flower. If you are offering, you can touch it to your head and then touch it to the deity's head. Okay. Um, with devotion though. Okay. And then the closing prayer, right? The closing prayer is, may my mind be protected, may my heart be purified, and my path illuminated. I offer this worship and devotion alone. For any errors that you have made during these rituals, ask for forgiveness. I'm not gonna put that on there. Just ask for forgiveness, for any errors that you may have made during this ritual. But I am going to put it in the chat. Clear? Okay. You haven't missed a lot. You haven't missed a lot. Okay. So, now each mantra you are going to say basic devotion. Basic devotion is 27 times. Okay. You're going to say it 27 times. A strong practice is saying it 54 times. And full on is 108 times, right? So I know that my family is probably going to say it 54 times, right? I'm not gonna let them do 27 because I'm just not, right? They really can do the 108. But I'm gonna see, like, if they still chanting after we get to 54, I'm gonna just keep going, right? I'm gonna just keep going. I do that all the time. I be like, oh, they push me, we're gonna go ahead and finish, right? Unless I hear a pause. If I hear a pause while we're saying the mantra, then I'll stop, right? Okay. Let's see if anybody actually counts out their 54 on their malas, then we'll do 54. But if not, we pushing it to 108. I know I am. Okay. So I'll be trying to get them to sit there. They'll do it 108 times. They do Shiva's mantra 108 times, and we do Mandurga and Kali's mantra 108 times. But Shiva mantra, they actually sat there and did it like four times, like groups of it. So 4 times 108. Okay, so I know they can. All right, if 27 times is perfect, though. 27 times is perfect. Okay, I always end up losing count on my beads and end up doing it on my fingers. That's a distraction. That's a counting on your fingers is such a, how can you keep up with it? It's like your mind. Just do it on your, put a paper clip or either like tie a bow to your malas. And if you have to keep your eyes open in order to keep count, keep your eyes open as opposed to, drifting off or whatnot. But don't do it on your fingers. It's such a distraction. Because we only have 10 fingers. Like, how can you do that? Like, how can you keep up with that? 10, 20, 30, 40. Oh, yeah, 100. That's like 10 times. Oh, my God, that's too many. That's too much. I just have to multiply. My mind just went, doop. Yeah, no. It helps you. The mala itself is a seed. Right. But the mala itself is a seed. So actually touching the seed, it does something else. Just like touching the stone, right? So with these particular malas, right? Each one of these stones have different properties, right? So you have the lapalazuli, you have the tiger eye, you have the howlite. This is a peacock something. This is a peacock something. This is black obsidian. So once I get to these, like get to different parts of it, I'm actually taking the properties of each one of these stones and you know, pulling them into the meditation. So touching the Rudakshka bead or the lotus seed, because one of these wisdom goddesses is actually the lotus as well too, right? She's the lotus. So yeah, let's do it on the what's called. If you lose count, then just start from where you think you are. Okay? It's okay. Mistakes are okay. All right? That's why you ask the divine, hey, please forgive me for any mistakes or errors that I may have made during your worshiping. You know my heart is pure. Okay? Just start from where you are. In any other time that you lose count to, stop counting on your fingers. We stopped doing that in kindergarten or first grade, second, third, maybe fourth, fifth. Okay? All right? I love you. Okay, so the 10 Mahavi's teachings and what they are, right? Here we are. So first, let's start with Makali. Okay, so now I'm going to get my book. All right, I'm super excited about this because I love the Mahavi's. They actually brought me through a lot. A lot. They helped me understand life, death, liberation, what I'm really supposed to be doing. They removed the fear of overspending, underspending, giving, taking, receiving, and actually kind of opened me up to the tantric practice in a whole. Like when I practice with the Mahavis, it really showed me what I'm truly supposed to be doing. And I know that it's teaching, but I also know that it's cooking as well too. So I had to go through each of the Mahavis until I got to Matanji. And Matanji actually gave me, y'all heard me say this before, she gave me my food menus. She gave me my dream. She brought my dream back to me after, you know, destiny swapping. Not just her, but the other Mahavis did too, because Balamuki removes and destroys all evil eyes, all the enemy's plans to overtake your life, the destiny swapping that has happened in other countries, in this motherfucking country, on this here internet. You know, in a lot of the rituals that I participate with other spiritualists and stuff like that. You know, okay, y'all, I done met a lot of y'all favorite spiritualists in real life. Okay. And so they do a lot of, you know, they're working for a lot of people that they don't even know that they're working for. And so they harvest energy. Okay. They harvest energy. And I've met those people and have had some type of experiences that just was abnormal, and I had to shake that shit off because I thought they was the all of all be all until I realized that, oh, we all have this gift. Let me not play. Okay. What books do you recommend on general knowledge on the deities if you've read any? I chant a lot and I'm very connected to the Hindu deities, but I want to deepen my knowledge. The first book I recommend is the Bhagavad Gita. The second one is Shakti. Okay. This is a great book. And then also David Kinsley, he actually has the Mahavi's book. It's in my email, and I think I might just go ahead and share it. I have a PDF file. I'll share it on. Let me write a note to remind myself to share a PDF file. Okay. So these yeah, David Kinsley, he has books. I can't ever find the books unless I have the author's name too. Oh yeah. Okay. I think the David Kinsley, I think his book is called The Mahavis. I think I have it up there, but I might not. Now those are like on Hindu goddesses, and this one too, but this is not one of those type of books. This is not one of those type of books. And oh, you know what? And I have another book too. Um, this is a book inside of another book that I keep inside of a book. Okay, on the way to Krishna, every once in a while I just grab a page or whatnot. It's very small. I've read it a couple times. Let me go get this other book that I recommend too. So this is Shakti mantras. This is Shakti. Okay. Okay. Good night. Good night. Make sure you come back and take some notes on the rest of the live, because the live actually that I'm about to give is all of the deities. So make sure you come back before you start the mantras. Make sure you listen to the whole live before you start the mantras, okay? And then you can start tomorrow night if you want. But don't start at 4 a.m. this morning. Look, this morning. Don't start at 4 a.m. Okay? So, yeah. So, Shakti mantras is really good. It has stories in it or whatnot too. The misuse of Shakti power. It's a great chapter. Okay? So, those are the books that I like recommend. Alright. You welcome, you welcome, you welcome. Okay. So, let's go to the deities, right? So we will start with Mankali, right? So Mankali is time. Her name comes from Kala, which is time, all right? So she dissolves fear, ego, illusion, and cuts away what is false, okay? Okay. So she dissolves illusion, ego, cuts away what is false. She is so liberation can begin. Okay. Ignorance, illusion. She lets your false self die. She will let your false self die. Right. Her mantra. We talk about Makali a lot on this channel, so I don't have to give a lot of her information. All right. She's very accessible. She is what everybody is experiencing when you are faced with fear. Okay? She is what everybody is experiencing. So her mantra is Kalikaye Namaha, right? When you are doing her mantra, do not wear black. Do not wear black, okay? It's recommended that you wear red, okay? It is recommended that you wear red during her worship, okay? So she adds is spiritual power, protection, and raw honesty, okay? Spiritual power, protection, and raw honesty. All Mankali's devotees have this raw honesty about them, okay? The strength, the ability to walk away and not die inside. That is her strength. The ability to walk away and not die inside. Offering that you can give to her is water and a red flower, okay? Mantara is the second Mahavi, okay? She is the rescuer. So she is actually who has saved Lord Shiva once he had drank the poison, right? Once she had drank the poison. She will save you when you are drowning in life. She pulls you to the shore, okay? She is the compassionate mother who guides you across the ocean of suffering. She reminds me a lot of the Six of Swords energy and the Queen of Cups energy, okay? When all paths seem blocked, if you look up, you will find her, because Montara name means star, okay? When all paths seem blocked, she is who led the slaves through freedom, okay? She is the North Star. She's all stars, but Montara name means star. All right. She's also worshipped in Buddhism as well too. White Tara, green Tara, red Tara, black Tara. Okay. So she is also worshipped in Buddhism, and she is said she's with Kuan. She is with Buddha. You know, she is with us. All right. So her mantra is Taraye Swaha Saham. Okay, so I'm sorry. Taraye Soham. Okay, when I post their picture, I'm gonna also put their mantra there. Again, the Divine Mother, please forgive me for any mispronunciations. Okay, Lalita Tara Sadora. Okay, number 3, Mahavi. She is the forever 16-year-old divine beauty goddess and wisdom of bliss, where desire is purified into awareness. Okay, where desire is purified into awareness. All right, she teaches love aligned with wisdom, sacrifices like the sacrifices that you don't have to make, right? That love aligns with wisdom. So she reminds us to play, right? She has an awareness. She reminds you to play. Her practice asks you to cleanse and heal our mind, and she gives light even when you have been dealing with a lot of darkness. Okay, so her mantra, keep it very simple, right? Keep it very simple. Lalita Tara Sandora Namaha. Okay, you're just saying the Divine Mother's name, the Wisdom Goddess name, and Namaha. Okay, keep it very light and simple. All right, because she is a big cosmic energy. All of them are big cosmic energy, but she is everything. Okay, Bunavishwa. All right, she is the one that I was telling you guys that is actually, she has the womb. She did the womb of the universe. So she actually made space for creation to exist. Okay, so she made space for creation to exist, right? Now she is the queen of space. She teaches stability. She teaches I belong here, manifestation through order. She removes feeling unsafe, ungrounded, and displaced. Okay, and when she removes those, she adds confidence, authority, expansion. All right, her strength given, what she gives is commanding your life without apology. Okay, commanding your life without apology. Offering to her is fruit and water. Okay. He Bunavishwaye Namaha. He Bunavishwaye Namaha. 27 times, y'all. Okay. Baravi. Okay. She removes fear by confronting fear. Okay. Now, if you are scared to do anything in your life, this right here, this baby right here will burn that shit all up. Okay. So she is saying, let her fire consume everything that keeps you from the divine. All right. Divine living, the money, the connections, and all of that stuff. It is her who says, let my fire, let you, my devotee that is going to do these mantras for me, let that be an offering that I light a fire under your ass and get it going. Okay. So she teaches strength through devotion. All right. And spiritual heat. She teaches strength through devotion and spiritual heat. So this is where I talked about like your body actually experiencing heat. You need to eat a very light diet, right? You need to have a very light diet. She removes laziness, weakness, and the lack of will. Even if you be like, I'm not lazy. I know I can do this. You know, there are third parties, right? And I'm not talking about another person. I'm talking about yourself. There are third parties, uh, South Node, right? Rahu and a K2 that is a third party in your chart, right? So she adds discipline, courage, and fire. She adds discipline, courage, and fire, right? Her strengths given is unstoppable momentum. Unstoppable momentum. I love her. Okay? She gives us the strength to endure hardship and transform effort into power. Okay? Bharave Namaha. Bharave Namaha. Okay? Number 6, the 6th Mahavi. Okay? This is my other girl too, right? This is my other girl. I like her because what she did was she cut off her own head to feed her devotees. Okay? Chemanista. All right? She removes ego. This is ego death right here, right? So you have to go through this. You have to go through this, baby. Number 6, ego death, right? Limited thinking. What is ego? Limited thinking. She cuts it off. All right? True awakening comes when you cut off ego completely. All right? She is like that. So she teaches sacrifice of false identity. Sacrifice of false identity. A lot of people cannot hold on. They cannot hold on too long when they get to Chimanista. I'm telling you, that is one mantra that I do, and I'm like, whew, all right. You know? Because ego is something that sneaks up on us that we might not know that we, I mean, I think we know that we have, but we trump it up as courage. And it's not. You know? It's not. So she literally sacrifices the false identity of what you've been masking to hold up and be where you are, right? She removes ego, greed, obsession. I heard if you think you don't have one, that's your ego. That is absolutely your ego talking. That is, if you think you don't have an ego, that is your ego talking because it is there. You know? People that don't have an ego don't even talk like they don't have it. They don't say, I don't have an ego. I have an ego sometimes. All right? I have an ego sometimes and I get chin check. I do. All right? She removes ego. She removes greed, obsession. What she add is spiritual awakening, kundalini surge, and clarity. Kundalini surge and clarity. That kundalini surge is what be knocking me out, okay? Because that's a lot of energy. Do not stop there. Do not stop there. I'm telling you, the reward is so beautiful. The reward is so beautiful. Now, her strength is freedom from your lower self, freedom from your south node energy, right? I told y'all, it's always third party. Third party is north node and south node, okay? I'm going to tell you why you need to be free from your north node energy. I know they say move into your north node energy, but we going higher than that, okay? There's no ceilings where we going, all right? Offering, water, keep it simple. This particular deity, Chimanista, she cut off her own head to feed her devotees. Do you think she care about what anybody thinks about her? Do you think she cares about whether this flower is, oh, I couldn't get to the store and get, she like, just show up. Just show up. Bring me some water, baby. I'm fired. Bring me some water. Okay? Now, her mantra, okay. Her mantra for the householder, for people that have husbands and wives and children and friends, right? Keep it very simple. Very, very simple, right? So, I say keep it simple, and then I'm about to give y'all this mantra. It's not simple. This is not a simple mantra, right? Remember, 27 is fine. And always tell mine, please forgive me for any errors that I may have made and the mispronunciation during your mantras, during your rituals, okay? I come with a clean, clear heart, all right? Stream, Heem, Clean, Aim. Vara Vikmani Hum Fat Saha. Okay? I'm going to say it one more time. Shreem Heem Clean Ain Vara Vikmani Hum Fat Swaha. Right? If you can't do that one, I'm going to give y'all, just say the deity's name. Okay? Namaha Chimanista. Okay? Chimanista Namaha or Namaha Chimanista. Okay? Very simple. Keep it very simple. Very simple. Okay? You remembering the deity's name is calling her into your house. Okay? Remembering her name is calling her into your house. All you have to do is remember God's name and God appears. Okay? Next one is Dumavati. Okay? Dumavati. Now, the thing with Dumavati is she is not for the normal practitioner, right? She's not for the normal practitioner. Even though she is the widow, right? She is the widow. But she actually she's the magician of the Mahavidyas. And so a lot of people gravitate towards her, and then they be like, why do I not have a husband? Why am I not in a relationship? You know, because they want to be the magician. Like I said, we're not witches and warlocks, all right? But Dumavati is the widow. She has no husband. She has no children. She has no beauty. She has no auspiciousness about her, right? She is what remains when everything else is gone, right? So we eliminated the ego, all illusions. We've been taken into space. We don't have our house, our home, our car, all of this material stuff, right? She is what remains. So she is everything that we avoid in life. She is everything that we avoid in life. However, she is surrender. She is acceptance. She is the deepest transformation. Okay? She is the deepest transformation. Let me just wait for my son to be done. So she removes illusions, attachments, and false comfort. False comfort. That's a big one. That is a big one on my channel because on the internet in itself, a lot of people have false comfort. Okay, a lot of people have false comfort. They're comfortable where they are. Okay, a lot of people have false comfort. She adds wisdom, maturity, and spiritual seriousness. Okay, she adds wisdom, maturity, and spiritual seriousness. You ask, you shall receive. Okay. This is what makes us very, I don't want to say controlling because we already removed the ego, but this is what makes us who we are when we are looking at, this baby. Just take the whole thing. Take a bottle. Get a bottle. Why you can't just get a bottle? Why you gotta use the machine? Look like skin. Okay, so she is wisdom, maturity, and spiritual seriousness. Okay, so if you really want to get serious about your practice, about your business, your spiritual business, Dumavati will help you with that. But she is someone, she is the, she's the hurricane, she's the tornado, she destroys everything so that you can understand what it means to be detached. Okay, she, like I said, she's everything that we avoid. She's old age, she's ugliness, she's misfortune, she is the widow. So embracing her, we transcend like wisdom quickly, very quickly. You get a different type of understanding when doing this particular mantra, right? Now, I'm not saying you're gonna lose your man, lose your kids, lose your house, your car, or anything while you're doing this worship, okay? Remember, this is a non-night. You are acknowledging these. And so there you might simply go on a journey of a past life regression. So that's kind of like what she taught me to navigate through is like my past life. The karma that I had to clear. Certain vows that I made in life. Dumavati actually took me through those vows. I know when I was a widow. I understood it. I have empathy towards that lifetime and those people that I've come in contact again in this lifetime. My hands is itching, okay? So she is peace and solitude, okay? Power in changes and endings, all right? That's what she offers. Now, a simple offering for her is plain tea, no glam. Do not do no glam, do not do no extra, do not do no flowers or anything like that. Tea, like just black tea, or like maybe like some rice or some wheat or something like that. Very simple, very simple. Now, her mantra is Doom Dumavataye Namaha. Okay? Doom Dumavataye Namaha. Alright? When you do her mantra, you may have like during that day, because she's working for one full day, right? During that day, you may be very sensitive, or you may have like a lot of deja vu. A lot of deja vu when it comes to like people. You might actually feel tired during that day, like, oh my God, I'm just like let the course run, okay? Let the time run or whatnot, right? Now, the 8th Mahavi is Bagalamukhi. Y'all know I love Bagalamukhi. Y'all, I love her. I love her. I love her. I love her. She teaches silence, okay? She teaches silence, control of speech, and justice. She removes the enemy, gossip, psychic attacks, right? Bagalamukhi Bagala means restraint, and Mukhi is face. So she restrains the face of the enemy, okay? Whether it be an aspect within yourself, or it be an actual physical motherfucking person, or it be a court case that you're dealing with, or it be, an aspect of your life that is draining you. She halted. Not like pause it, she stops it. Okay, she stops it. When I do Bagalamukhi's mantras, and what I do is when I do her mantras, I go sit in the middle of my apartment, right? I live in an apartment. I go sit in the middle of my apartment. I light me a dia, right? I wear yellow. I do her mantras, and the enemy cannot touch me. Okay. I don't know if they say anything after that, but I just know I don't hear them. Okay. I don't hear them. I don't feel them. I don't see them. Bagalamukhi actually saved my relationship so many times. She saved my relationship because me being a person that deal with spiritual warfare, right? I'm a spiritual warfare practitioner, okay? That, people get mad when I'm doing my job. So they have this little thing where they want to stop me from doing my job. I do Bagalamukhi's mantra. I don't even know which way it's coming from sometimes. And I'm just like, stop it right now. Stop it right now. She does it, okay? So she removes the enemy, gossip, psychic attacks, all right? Spiritual attacks, spiritual warfare. She handles all of that, all right? She gives you victory in court cases or legal matters or control over the enemy. She will give you that, okay? She is actually the power of hypnotic speech. So if you ever wanted to be a hypnotherapist, or you want to do hypno past life regressions on yourself, or your close loved ones to help them through their past life, Bagalamukhi will actually assist you with that, okay? She's helped me through a lot of, actually the Mahavidyas, these three Mahavidyas, Chimanista, Dumavati, and Bagalamukhi, 6, 7, and 8, right? They've actually helped me be able to do past life regression readings for other people. because I'm not meeting any new souls. So when I see myself in their past life, I'm like, you know, and she will show me the guidance. She'll be like, hold on, pause. Let me show you something, you know. Um, she stops any negative forces coming your way. Okay. She will stop any negative forces coming your way. Also with the psychic attacks where we are moving, we're ghostbusters. Some of us are ghostbusters, so we actually see spirits and stuff. Those spirits, when they don't want to move, Bagalamuki is the one that help move them on out their way and into the light, right? She adds protection and domination over negativity and victory. That's what she adds to your life. This is why it's highly recommended that you do her mantras. Okay, they can't touch me. That's the strength that she gives. They can't touch me. When I be around here saying they cannot, nobody can touch me, it's Bagalamuki that gave me that. Okay, thank you, Ma. All right. So her offering is turmeric or yellow flower. Okay, water also, turmeric, yellow flower. You can also offer milk to her as well too. All right, you can offer some milk to her as well. The mantra, um, Heem, Heem, Hleem, Baglamuki, Heem, Baglamuki, Namaha. Okay, Heem, Baglamuki, Namaha. All right. Actually, I would recommend. You know what? Let me change that. He Baglamuki Swaha. Okay. Let's put the Swaha at the end of that as opposed to Namaha. He Baglamuki Swaha. Okay. Number 9. Okay, number 9. I love her as well too. Okay, so she is actually a very fun goddess, wisdom goddess. She is a very fun wisdom goddess. Um, my experience with Matanji is music. Okay, very fun wisdom goddess. So she is the tantric Saraswati. She speaks the truth from the margins against the norm. Okay, so like when people be like, you literally talk, like, I don't know, like talk your talk. I guess I talk my talk, I walk my talk. This is where that energy of Matanji has literally gave me, um, you know, like it's like I have this inner music in my ear, a song that keeps playing and a play that keeps playing. So she reminds you to play and not be too serious, especially when it comes to like spiritual work, right? Like don't play with spiritual work, but to have fun while you're doing it. You know, like don't be all serious. And that's definitely what you don't want to be doing with the Mahavidyas. Like you don't want to be like a robot doing this, because if it's inauthentic, they're going to pick up on it, okay? So she teaches education, creativity, a command of words, okay? Now, Mataji is her ability is to source power from that has been rejected, okay? Or discarded and not really seen. So she actually gets this power from that little part of you that was rejected as a child, okay? So she picks up on that inner child that's within you and she makes it into this big giant, okay? And she governs speech, expression, and unconventional wisdom. She blesses truthful communication and knowledge beyond social boundaries. She is the liberator, all right? She frees you from others' truth. So when I'm saying others' truth, if your parents have always told you this is this is that, this is this, you should grow up like this, you're going to be this, you're going to be that, she will free you. She will free you. Not just your parents, but if you're in a relationship and you have changed yourself so much to adhere to the relationship that you're in, you know, where the person is saying, well, I just want somebody that does this and does that and da 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 da. Matanji literally is like, we're not doing that. We're going to do what you are supposed to do, and this is how you're supposed to do it. So there was a point in my life where I was in nursing for a very long time, right? I was in nursing for a very long time. And everybody thought that I was crazy, including my husband thought I was crazy for wanting to leave that stable money and go and cook. And I'm like, there is something in me. And the more I did her mantras, the more she gave me. And she was like, you're not missing nothing. Right? You're not missing nothing. And then I learned that when you do Matanji, you do Camilla. Camilla is abundance, right? So let's stay on Matanji, right? She blesses truthful communication and knowledge beyond social boundaries. She is the liberator. She frees you from others' truths. You find your soul tribe with Matanji. I actually started finding people when nobody knows what I be doing, right, on the day-to-day. Nobody knows what I be doing on the day-to-day. But I actually found my unique soul tribe with Matanji, okay? She is our spiritual queen. She is the spiritual queen. So she is going to put you with the people like you. The people like you. The other ones, remove them away. Remove the ones that want to be like you, that, think they're like you, that you think you're like them. You like, oh yeah, we're kumbaya. They remove all those illusions. But when you get to Matanji, she like, come walk with me. You don't have to say too much. Okay. So she is the esoteric power of speech. So she actually is one that you would tap in with to do these tarot card readings, to do astrology, to do anything that is strategic knowledge. Okay. She is the one you would tap in with. She's going to give you that. So she is the tantric form of Saraswati Saraswati is one that I tell my kids to go towards for school. I play her mantras or whatnot. And then Matanji is the one that is booming through the whole house, right? She inspires all forms of writing. Automatic writing, soul writing, poetry. You want to write a book, she gonna help you, right? As long as it uplifts. She's not about all that darkness, okay? Her color is green. So, she removes shame, fear of speaking, and block throat chakra. Okay, that is Matanji. She removes shame, fear of speaking, and block throat chakra. Okay, she teaches education, creativity, and the command of words. She adds elegance. Okay, influence, mastery. All right, her strengths giving is the voice of the divine authority. Okay, the voice of the divine authority. I asked her for something and she gave me, and it is authority. Okay, divine authority. Okay, so her offering is fruit, honey, music. Fruit, honey, and music. You can also offer her anything that you are willing to serve your family. Okay, only after, if it's something as far as food, it's only after you have served your family you offer it to her. Okay, so her worship would be done more so. You can do it anytime. Just get the food from the night before, okay, and put it on the altar. Don't put it on the altar the day before and be like, oh well, I'm gonna wake up at 4 a.m. and do it. At 4 a.m. that's when you put it on the altar, okay, because then it's leftovers. All right, her simple mantra is Aim Matanjaye Namaha. Okay? I'm Matanjaye Namaha. Okay? Now, Camilla, Lakshmi form, prosperity. This is the 10th Mahavi. All right? She teaches abundance, devotion, dignity, right? Now, she is the tantric form of Lakshmi. So she holds the wealth of life force protecting qualities of the preservation. All right. So she teaches self-valuing. She is the wealth that comes from where she is the wealth that comes after we have faced all 9 goddesses. Okay. She says that if you are still standing through the Mahavidyas, it is not meant to end in fear. You know, it's not meant to end in fear, but in fullness and abundance. Okay. So after walking through the darkness and the fear and the sacrifices, she says, I am your reward. Okay. I am your reward. Now, Kamala means lotus. All right. So again, it means lotus. And what does a lotus do? A lotus literally blooms on top of muddy waters. Okay. So she, again, she is the tantric goddess of Lakshmi. She is Kamalati. Yes. She is the abundance, grace, and the nourishment. She reminds us that spiritual life can be supported by prosperity and balance. All right. So what she teaches is abundance, devotion, dignity, and she removes poverty mindsets, instability, and lack. She adds money, blessings, sweetness, and growth. All right. The strengths given is stability. Let me say that again. The strengths given is stability, luxury without guilt. Now, an offering for her is a lotus flower or any flower, right? Milk, sweets, milk or sweets, all right? Now, her mantra is Shri Mahalakshmi Namaha. Now, the thing is with Kamala is she is on the last day. This is the only mantra that I do recommend doing 108 times. Who doesn't like prosperity, okay? And the fact that she removes the poverty mindset and instability, lack, right? And lack. And she's willing to give you money blessings. Like literally, like she gives you money blessings. All right. I do recommend doing her mantra 108 times. All right. So let's talk about the structure. I'm going to put timestamps in this as well too. But let's talk about the structure. So night 1 is Kali. Okay. Core cutting, fear removal. 2, Tara, protection, safe path. Okay. Night 3. So night 1 is on the 19th. Night 2 is on the 20th. Night 3 is on the 21st. So night 3 on the 21st is Tara Sandora. Bless the heart and love purification. Night 4 is Bhunavishwa, which is expansion and stability. Night 5 is Bharavi. It is discipline and strength. Night 6 is Chamanista, ego cutting and awakening. Night 7 is Dhumavati, which is release attachments and inner truth. Okay. Night 8 is Balamuki, stops enemies and justice. Night 9 is Matanji and Kamala. All right. Voice plus abundance. All right. Ask and you shall receive. Okay. Now, this celebration will strengthen your aura, your clarity, your discipline, your mind, your protection. Okay. It clears away karmic patterns, emotional instability, spiritual confusion, enemies, energetic attacks, and fear-based living. All right. And it activates your devotion, your spiritual authority, prosperity through Dharma, your soul purpose, right? The divine mother power in it is real form. All right. Divine mother power in it is real form. This is not a fake light. All right. This is the mother who makes you strong enough to survive the truth. All right. So, light your diyas every night, face east. Use ghee if possible, or you can use a white tea light candle. Let it burn at least 9 minutes. All right. If you have to blow it out, do it gently and respectfully, or pinch it. All right. Do it gently. But I recommend you just letting it burn into the end. Okay. It's a tea light candle or a diya. So let it burn to the end. Okay. So again, a simple offering list that is safe. Pick one and do not go overboard. Water, milk, honey, fruit, sugary or a jaggery, turmeric on Baglamuki days, and a red flower, or you can do any flower. Okay. Now if you cannot do this like all 9 nights, right? If you can't do this all 9 nights, at least do it the first night, which is Kali's night, which is January 19th is Monday, right? Tomorrow, Monday. You want to do it that night. You also want to do it let me get the exact nights. Okay? I wrote them down. So you want to do it the 19th. That's the 19th, Kali Day, right? You want to do it the 22nd and the 23rd, okay? The 22nd and the 23rd. But they all nice. Do it the 19th through the 27th, okay? Do it the 19th through the 27th. After sunset or before sunset. So 4:45 a.m. 4:45 a.m. to about 7 a.m. depending on where you are, or either after sunset, 7 p.m. to 10:30. Do not do it midnight, okay? Do not do it midnight, all right? Do not do it midnight. January the 20th, the 21st, 22nd, and the 23rd. Important days. All days is important. Y'all can do it. I know y'all can. Okay. So again, night 1 begins Monday, January 19th, 2, 20th, 3, 21st. Now the 9th night, don't forget that we are doing Mother Matangi, and we are doing Devi Kamala. Okay. So don't forget, guys. Okay. Jama Kali, Jama Durga, bow to Sri Sai. May peace be with all us. Jama, 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 Jama. Thank you so much. So that is it. I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I hope this is truly going to be a blessing for you guys. Oh, wait. One more secret that I really want you to know, okay? And starting tomorrow. Yes. Okay? I heard if you... Oh, no. Okay, it's starting tomorrow. Yeah, start tomorrow. One more thing. This is what I want y'all to do at the very beginning of the ritual. I want you to write on a piece of paper. Like, just get you a piece of paper. I have no empty papers in this book, so ain't no point in me showing y'all. But get y'all a piece of paper, right? And write a wish down. Write a wish down, right? Like, for instance, right? I want my kids' teachers to recognize their true potential, right? I want their teachers to recognize their true potential. Or, that's really what I want for my kids, right? So I'm telling one of my sons, like, write that down. Like, I want, your true potential, and then also, like, to give you strength in your studies or whatever. Like, I wish for strength in my studying, especially in Arabic class. One of my sons is taking Arabic, and I'm just like, why would you pick that? Okay. Like, give him strength in Arabic to understand the language, to be able to, express itself. So, who will we go to for that? Matangi, right? Matangi is the one that we go to. So, we got to go through all of that in order to get to Matangi. So, I'm having him write that down, And then, like, my husband wants what he wants. I won't say what he wants. We already talked about this, but I won't say what he wants. But let's just say that it's like, and say it. I wish, like, something you think is small or big, like, write it down. This is not manifestation, because I don't want to use the word manifestation, but this is like really a wish being granted. All right. Don't think because it's going to happen in those 9 nights, but there's a knowledge, there's a wisdom that is going to come to you in order how to get it. Okay. Last time I did this, not last time, but one time that I did this, I literally was like, I want a food truck. Got the whole menu, got the whole aspect, know how to, like, okay, well, this is what it takes to buy one. Everything just started coming to me. Everything. Where to go. I met somebody and they was like, hey, I'm selling a food truck. I was like, really? It was like, yeah, I can't really afford the payments on it and da 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 da. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Like, things just come. So write it down. Write it down. Fold it up. Put it on the altar. Say your mantras over it. You know? And don't forget, after each and every day, make sure that you are consistent and make sure that you tell the the Divine Mother, you know, forgive me for any errors that I may have made during your rituals, okay? So I think that's it. So I love you guys. That is it. I know that's it. Keep it simple. Keep it very simple, you know, but do the mantras 27 times. I'm going to post the pictures starting with Kali, a great picture for Kali. I'm going to do that. Now, another thing that's happening right now too, there is a new moon. Okay, there is a new moon that is happening. So starting with Kali on a new moon is wonderful. There is a new moon that's happening. Not only is it a new moon that's happening, right? But there is a Saturn transit that's happening right now that is helping us clear ancestral debt. Okay, ancestral debt. So the ancestors are alive at 5 right now as well too. All right. And your ancestors know that you're doing this. They know that you're doing this. Don't feel ashamed or scared or anything like that. They actually approve this message. Okay. So I love you guys and I will talk to y'all later. I hope that this helps y'all. I know that it will if it's done. You know, I know that it will if it's done. I don't want to say I know that it will if it's done incorrectly, but make the sacrifices for yourself. Okay, make the sacrifices for yourself. If you missed the beginning of the video, I did talk about the foods to eat during this time. You know, the foods to eat during this time. That's why we was talking about the sandwich. The foods to eat during this time and the times. Okay. And to avoid black colors, avoid alcohol, meat, and anything like kind of spicy or whatnot during this time. And avoid the color black. All right. Do not do any mantras in the color black. Don't. Just put on something else. All right. If you don't have nothing else to wear, show up naked. All right. So I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night on purpose. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. It's funny. Okay.